Welcome back to Sales Insights with Sarah. This is the podcast for sales professionals and business leaders looking to implement new strategies and drive sales growth in their organisations. I'm your host, Sarah Downs, and my guests and I will be sharing with you some of our own experiences in business and sales insights to help you gain focus and take action. Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Sales Insights with Sarah podcast. So today I'm going to talk about the power of recommendations and testimonials. This is something that I've been thinking a lot about lately and using myself, and is something that I'm also seeing many of my clients and just people within my network not really leveraging. And it's great for building personal brand, for obviously sales, marketing. So I just really wanted to do a quick episode focusing on the topic. So within whatever social media, that you live on, I'm very much a LinkedIn girl, as you know. There is an opportunity for people to leave, obviously, recommendations, testimonials, whatever you want to call them, which provides our clients and our network third-party validation, that we are credible and we're good at what we do. And many businesses focus on building case studies and getting testimonials on the websites. And sometimes they don't even have a name against them or a company name. It just says, procurement professional in energy business, for example. But actually, anybody can put whatever the hell they like on their website. Let's get real. And same with case studies, because if there's no names mentioned, there's no companies mentioned, and is something that you have written yourself as the supplier, then it doesn't hold anywhere near as much credibility as something that people can reference to. And even better, when the client or the person you provided your services to, or even, it could be a personal recommendation, that holds third-party validation where people know that individual has taken the time to leave that on your profile. So on LinkedIn, I've got, I think going back to 2012, I have recommendations, but I have started to request them on a more regular basis when I finish a project. And I've also started to get more just out of the blue, people just leaving them on my profile as well. And I think a big part of that is to do with, when I'm speaking about social selling, I do touch on recommendations and the power of them. But I just wanted you guys to get into the habit of, one, be aware, when was your last recommendation? So let's use LinkedIn profile as an example. Was it last month? Was it 6 months ago? Was it 5 years ago? And if it was 5 years ago, why has nobody recommended you in the last 5 years? Is it because you haven't asked them? Is it because you aren't doing anything worthy of recommendation? I'm sure it's not. But be aware of that, because if your buyers, as part of their buying process, hit your LinkedIn profile and they see that nobody's recommended you for a number of years, what is that telling them? What questions are they going to start asking about you, in their own internal dialogue? It doesn't look great. So please do make an effort to ask for recommendations when you've completed a project and you've done a good job and it's a company that's happy to share that success. Some of our clients like everything kept, completely under the radar. Some of them are very large enterprise corporate brands that just don't openly talk about the business they do with their suppliers, and that's fair enough. But many of them are happy to talk about it. And it's a person-to-person recommendation. It's not a brand-to-person recommendation, which can help get through some of that marketing and comms sign-off process we often have to go through for case studies. So be aware of the recommendations on your profile, get into the habit of asking for recommendations, but also get into the habit of recommending others. I'll quite often leave a recommendation without somebody asking me to. And it's just something nice. It shows that I'm supporting what they do. I'm supporting their business. Some of them may return the favor at some point and do a recommendation back the way if I have provided services to them. But it is something that any of us can do. It takes a few minutes of your time, and it can help just support people within your network, especially your suppliers, or it could be your clients or, partnerships that you have. But what's also amazing about recommendations is we can repurpose them. And this is something I've been doing a lot more of. So we can repurpose recommendations, we can break them down into one-liners, we can create infographics with them, we can create posts with them, we can thank people in a post that have taken the time to recommend us. We can use them cross-channel, so omni-channel. If someone leaves one on LinkedIn, for example, I could create a post about that on my Instagram and share it across, different channels so that more and more of my followers and my network see the recommendation. We can also talk about them when we are selling. So if you are doing tenders, proposals, maybe you have a landing page with a course that you're trying to sell, you can lift some of these recommendations and put them there. And because they're in the public domain anyway, you don't really need to ask for permission to do so. So they're really powerful. If I want to buy anything, I'm more interested in knowing what other people have to say about this supplier than what the supplier has to say about themselves. And I'm sure you're the same. Think about the last time you booked a hotel, a holiday. You're probably going to be on TripAdvisor reading other people's reviews, not just on the hotel website that's going to tell you how amazing they are. You want to hear that from other people. So the same for B2B business. We need third-party validation in our content. We need it on our profiles if we're going to allow that buyer to go on the journey that they want to go on and for them to find all the information they need. So just a quick one for me today, but I just think it's really important and something that not enough people in my network are leveraging. And I would love to just give a little reminder of the power of recommendations and testimonials. I'll speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye. Thank you for listening to the Sales Insights with Sarah podcast. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already so that you are notified of every new episode. If you could take a few minutes to leave a review, it would be greatly appreciated. See you next time.